PrizePicks. Hello everyone, this is Mike with BetBlitz. Welcome back to your source for daily sports picks. Solid day yesterday, hitting all but one of our plays, but today's a new day and we're looking to set you up again with a few of some of the best picks on both PrizePicks as well as Underdog. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 150 likes, we will be dropping bonus picks in our next video, so take a moment and hit that like button. And at the end of this video, let us know down in the comment section below which of these picks you will be taking, as well as the ones you won't, and any other lines that you think have a great chance of hitting. And if the picks in this video aren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now you can gain access to them for 15% off when you use code BLITZ. These guys will get you right, so go give them a look. Today we will be getting into the NBA Saturday slate of games, so again, take a moment, hit that like button. Again, if this video gets above 150 likes, we will be dropping additional bonus picks in our next video. For our first pick, we'll be under the points plus assists tab, and this time we'll be selecting Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for more than 37.5 points plus assists. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, and by the way, if you'd like to try Outlier for yourself, click our link in the description below to gain a free 7-day trial. We see that this line Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has actually exceeded in 6 of his last 10 games, including in 3 straight games. Additionally, this is a line SGA this season has exceeded in 62% of the games he's played, a line that over his last 20 games he's exceeded in 60% of those games, and a line that last season SGA exceeded in over 55% of the games he played, both regular season, playoffs, and the finals. Now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder will be facing off against a Charlotte Hornets defense that this season has not been very good overall, especially when it comes to defending against their opponent's points plus assists, giving up a fair share amount of points as well as assists to their opponents overall. And while the Charlotte Hornets are ranked much better defensively when it comes to defending against opponent point guards, they still are giving up a fair share amount of points and assists to their opponent guards overall. Here's Charlotte's defensive numbers against opponent shooting guards for those who want to see that as well. But overall, coming into this game, we do like SGA to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Now, taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that SGA is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, 32 minutes per game. And one of the things we really do like about SGA is his high efficiency from the field over his last 10 games, over 52% field goal shooting on over 20 attempts per game, which is very impressive. And also shooting very solidly from behind the arc, 40% three-point shooting over his last 10 games on just under 6 attempts. SGA has also shown a great ability to facilitate over his last 10 games, 13.5 potential assists per game, which is very nice to see as well. So overall, coming into this game, we do like SGA to have plenty of time as well as opportunity to reach this line. Now, on his career, SGA has been a phenomenal scorer as well as playmaker this season, off to a very hot start following up an MVP performance of last season, 32.5 points per game and just under 7 assists through his first 13 games. And coming into this game against a Charlotte Hornets defense who has not been very good overall defending his position and who is playing off of a back-to-back in which the game went to overtime, we do like SGA off of a day's rest to come out aggressive to protect their long win streak and for him to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for more than 37.5 points plus assist. Now for our next play, we'll be headed over to the PRA tab, and this time we'll be selecting Miles Bridges for less than 32.5 PRA. Now, Miles Bridges and the Charlotte Hornets will be facing off against OKC in this game, and taking a quick look here at Miles Bridges on Outlier, we see this is a line he's failed to exceed in 4 of his last 10 games, so it may come as a bit of a surprise to you. We are taking his under. However, again, the Charlotte Hornets did come off of a back-to-back, and they will be traveling on the road after an overtime game. Additionally, this is a line Miles Bridges has failed to exceed in 55% of his last 20 games he's played, as well as a line that last season Miles Bridges failed to exceed in just under 60% of the games he's played. Now, Miles Bridges and the Charlotte Hornets will be facing off against a very solid Oklahoma City Thunder defense. Overall, defensively, the best defensive team in the NBA when it comes to their overall defensive rating, and when it comes to defending against their opponent's PRA totals, still not giving up very many points, rebounds, or assists to their opponents overall. And when it comes to defending against the opponent forward position, Oklahoma City Thunder, again, top in the NBA defensively defending this position, not giving up very many points, rebounds, or assists overall to the opponent forwards. So coming into this game, we don't like Miles Bridges to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Now taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see Miles Bridges is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, just under 36 minutes per game. And again, last night going 42 minutes in that overtime loss against Milwaukee Bucks. And now coming on a back-to-back on the road, we are expecting his total minutes played to actually hurt him and for Miles Bridges to be a lot less aggressive overall. Additionally, taking a quick look here at his percentages, while we do like his number of attempts per game, just under 18 per game, he has not been shooting very efficiently on the field, just under 45% field goal shooting, and sub 40% three-point shooting as well. So overall, coming into this game, we don't like Miles Bridges to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. On his career, Miles Bridges has been a solid contributor this season, 22, 7, and 4 across the board through his first 12 games. But again, coming into this game against the best defensive team in the NBA, in the Oklahoma City Thunder, and playing off of a back-to-back in which he played over 40 minutes, we aren't expecting Miles Bridges and the Charlotte Hornets to come out aggressive and for them to fall below many of their lines. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Miles Bridges for less than 32.5 PRA. Now, for those of you guys who are wisely making picks with Underdog as well, we want to share with you a couple of plays that we thought had a great chance of hitting, and that is Ja Morant for lower than 0.5 double-doubles, as well as Julius Randle for lower than 0.5 double-doubles. And if you guys like making picks on the traditional PRA stats, but also would like to have access to making picks on whether or not players will get double-doubles as well as triple-doubles, click our link in the description below and sign up for Underdog using code BETBLITZ, because when you do, you'll receive a free pick as well as 1,000 in bonus cash. And right now, we have been going absolutely insane with hitting our Underdog plays. So make sure you are tailing along with us to make sure you guys are cashing out on these Underdog wins. And again, if you aren't already on Underdog, tailing with us, click our link in the description below, sign up using code BETBLITZ, claim your free pick and bonus cash, and trust us, your profits will increase. Now for our next play, we'll be under the PRA tab, and this time we'll be selecting Luka Doncic for less than 50.5 PRA. Now taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that this line Luka Doncic has actually failed to exceed in 50% of his last 10 games, but one of the things we do love about Outlier is our ability to filter for game-specific conditions, and one of the game-specific conditions we will be filtering out for this one is the fact it will be on a back-to-back for the Los Angeles Lakers. And coming into this game, we see that this is a line Luka Doncic has actually failed to exceed in 5 of his last 7 back-to-back games, falling well below this line. Additionally, this is a line Luka Doncic has failed to exceed last season in his back-to-back games as well, falling well below this line. And a line that last season overall, Luka Doncic just failed to exceed in 75% of the games he played. Now, Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers will be facing off against Milwaukee Bucks, a defense that this season has not been very good overall, defending against their opponents' PRA totals, giving up a fair share amount of points, rebounds, and assists per game. And when it comes to defending against opponent point guards, they are pretty much the same. Here's the Bucks defensive numbers against opponent shooting guards for those of you who want to see that as well. But overall, coming into this game, with it being a back-to-back on the road for the Los Angeles Lakers, we don't like Luka Doncic, especially with his previous history on back-to-backs, to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Now taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see Luka Doncic is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, 37 minutes per game. His field goal percentage has slipped since the beginning of the season, sub 50% field goal shooting on over 22 attempts per game, and his three-point shooting has also suffered, nearly 30% from behind the arc and close to 11 attempts per game. Not very good for Luka Doncic this season. And while he has shown a great ability to play make as well as rebound the ball, especially for a guard, coming off a back-to-back in which he did play 40 minutes last night and traveling on the road. We don't like Luka Doncic to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. In fact, we think it is just slightly higher than it should be. Now again, on his career, Luka Doncic has been a phenomenal scorer, rebounder, and playmaker this season. 33 points per game, just under 9 rebounds and 9 assists. So while Luka is more than capable of reaching this line, we have seen an increase in defensive pressure against Luka Doncic throughout these last games. Teams have been really just doubling him up the court, forcing the ball out of his hand and making the other Laker players beat them off of wide open jump shots or attacks to the rim, and really just trying to take Luka out of any offensive action. And this is what we are expecting in this game as well. Again, Luka more than capable of reaching this line, but we do feel it is slightly higher than it should be. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Luka Doncic for less than 50.5 PRA. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 150 likes, we will be dropping additional bonus picks in our next video, so take a moment and hit that like button. And again, if the picks in this video weren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now you can gain access to them for 15% off when you use code BLITZ. These guys will get you right, so go give them a look. We thank you for watching. We thank you to all of our channel members. We really appreciate all your support as of late, and we will catch you in our next video.